in for loop you give an iterator or a range for that you want to run a loop. So that is the default execution of those loops. But if you want to manipulate them according to some kind of condition, so you can do that using these three keywords. Actually, there are only two keywords that do the actual manipulation. The first one of them is break. You already know what it does. It completely breaks, right? Completely stops the execution of the current loop. So for an example, if I say for I in the range of 5, inside it, if I add a condition that if I is equal to 3, then break. And before this condition, I am going to print my I. So if I run this code, as you can see, the range was 5, so it should give from 0 to 4. That is the default execution. But I had added a condition here. I had said that as soon as I becomes 3, just break the loop. So this is doing what? It is checking that where is the current loop, latest loop, like topmost loop, and it is breaking that. Uh, you can also use that in nested loops. If I say for j in range of 5, so this time you can see I'm using nested loops. There is one range 5 for which I'm using I, and inside it there is another loop. So I can add a break condition here. I can say if j is equal to 3, then break it. Now what it will do if I run it, it will not do anything because I had not added the print statement. Let me add it. If I print I comma j, and between them I add is space comma space. Okay, so you can see for I equals 0, the value of j is coming till 3, and it is going on for all 1 2 3 4 for every single thing. So this break statement is manipulating the execution of this loop, which is the um, if you come outside this break statement, the latest loop is this. So this break statement is going to manipulate this one. So it works according to the scope in which your break statement is. If I also add one break statement here, and if I run this loop, you will see that this loop stops after running the execution of 0. It is not changing the value of I to 1 because the execution had stopped by this break statement. Now your main
Sir,
question. Okay, continue.
1 second over here. For the outer loop, you have assigned a new break. So the break is like what do you call?
Mhm.
The break is used only for zero value because you have not defined for any value of I. So it will break whenever it's completed with the outer loop. For
Yeah,
sorry
because
for
I
my
had
English.
no, don't worry. I had added a break statement here. So what it will do, you already know that Python works according to an interpreter. Python have its own interpreter, and we know that interpreter works from top to bottom, right? So it will come from top to bottom. It will execute all the code that is there, and as soon as we reach this break statement, this whole execution is going to finish, and that is why it is breaking here. If we add a condition like you are asking, it will work according to that.
Okay, sir. The inner for loop is executed just by that. The break condition is given, so it's just breaking for zero value only. Am I right, sir?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Yeah, please continue.
Yeah, continue. Okay, so see, the second keywords is also continue. So continue keyword does what? We already know that break does what? It completely stops the execution of the current loop. Continue does something different. It escapes the current iteration and moves to the next iteration. Got it? So let's take an example. Let's say my string is, let's say I have a word and this word is, let's say, elephant. Okay. Now, if I take every single character from my word, this time what I will do, I will say if my character is equal to E, then I want to continue. What this continue will do, this continue will skip the current iteration and moves to the next iteration. Okay. So after this if
The
condition,
output should be LPHANT.
yeah. So I I am using this print statement after this condition. So what will happen if my character will be E, then instead of going to 16 line, it will come to the this 15th line and see, okay, there is a continue statement here. So it will not go to this below code that is written inside this for loop. It will directly move to the next iteration. Okay, so it is going to skip what is after that, after this continue statement. So that's what a continue does. It just directly skips whatever code is written after it and directly moves to the next execution, next iteration. Okay, so if I run this code, LPHANT is coming out because for the E, it is just continuing to for the next iteration instead of printing that character. That is the work of continue.
Uh, okay, sir.
Any more doubts?
Sir, could you just brief about hashable term, like the definition? What are hashable or hashable means? What does it mean?
Okay, so there are two kind of things. One is mutable, right?
Yes, sir.
And other is hashable. Can you define some data types that are mutable?
Uh, List is a mutable data type.
Okay, so list is mutable. So what we can do with lists? What is the property of mutating?
Uh, we can change the inside values of list.
Okay, and can you refer to a property that is not mutable but it is hashable?
Sir, sets.
Okay, so there was a table in cheat sheet or also in an assignment in a GRP, right? So in that in the table there were several properties of every single data type, and there was one property hashability. So to understand what is hashability, uh, we have to understand how these how set works, because set are the easiest data type that are hashable. So let's see that. Okay. So let's say set one is equal to, and okay, three elements will be enough. So see, first of all, let's see what is hashability. Mutability, I think you already know. I had asked you. Hashability is like those. It is about primitiveness, uh, or it will confuse you more. Let me think of a simple definition. Okay, whether an object, or simply in the language of Python, we can say a data type can be used as an element in a set or not. It is the definition of Python. It is not like original definition of hashability, but we can see what about this definition to understand hashability. So first of all, let me take this list, and inside this list I will add banana, apple, and let's run it. Can you see what is happening here? It is throwing error because my list is a mutable data type, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so my list is a mutable data type, but uh, that is why when I am adding it in a set, it is throwing error. But when I will add, let's say I had added these strings here, and if I run this code, you already know it will perfectly work, right? We already saw how set works, so it is perfectly working. Did you like when you were studying about tuples, did you study the property of tuples, that tuples are immutable but they are hashable?
Yes, sir.
So let's check that property. So if I this time I'm creating a tuple, banana, let's say apple. As you can see, it is also a collection data type, just like list. But uh, with the case of list, it was throwing error. But this time it is not throwing the error. Why? Because they are immutable. So that means, see what happens. What is the difference in casual data type like str, int, and our float, also list and tuples? These are some data types. Some of them are collection data types, some of them are mutable, some of them are immutable. But in all of them, you can see a pattern. They are ordered elements, right? Like you can use indexing inside them, correct? But
Yes.
there are two special data types that are not ordered. One of them is set, and second is dictionary, right? They are unordered elements.
Yes,
So
sir.
what happens? Set and dictionary doesn't contain set and dictionary contains inside them several different data types. In set you can add integer, you can add your strings and all of that, but they don't have any index. Like let me comment that out, and if I run this code again and again, let me print it, print set one. And if I print this out, you can see this time elephant, lion, tiger, and you can focus on the sequence. Every time I will run the code, you can see the sequence is changing each time. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
So they are not ordered, and same for dictionary. They are also not ordered. So that is why, because set and dictionary doesn't maintain elements in a particular order, that is why they use hash tables. It is not a concept that will come in your Python course. It will come in PDSA, but they use hash tables. They hash every single data type in memory. Okay. So instead of like adding indices, that this element is present at zero index, this element is present at second index, and so on, they just use hash tables. Hash tables are nothing but they use some mathematical formulas to assign different uh, properties to different places. I'm not going to elaborate on hash table because it is a concept that will take like so much time. So I don't want to waste your time. The quiz is near. We can discuss it somewhat in a relaxed session. But for now, you have to understand that set and dictionary use hash tables to store the elements that are present inside them. So what is the um, problem with that? When we try to use list inside a set, it throws error. Do you know why? Because set lists are mutable. So what happens, you can change your list, and when you will change your list, the length of the list and elements of the list will change, right?
Yes, sir.
And when they will change, these elements are directly connected to the hash table, because using the length, using those elements, uh, you they create a mathematical formula, and according to that they assign it into memory. But when your list is mutating, it is constantly changing, then your code will get confused that where to assign this element and where to assign that element. So if you pass key for a dictionary, the value will not come out. So it can have errors in the complete programming language. That is why any programming language doesn't allow uh, mutable elements inside sets and dictionary or any unordered data type. So that is why we call them hashable. That tuples are hashable. That is why you cannot change tuples. If you created that in the first place banana will be there and in the second place apple will be there, then you cannot change the sequence, right?
Yes, sir.
So that is the concept of hashable, that you can use them either inside sets or either inside dictionary. That is the simple definition, that all those data types that are hashable are those which you can use inside your sets or inside your dictionary as key value pairs.
So can we say all immutable data types can be hashable?
Correct.
Okay.
You can say that. But it is about mutability. You cannot say that all collection data types can be hashable, right? Because we already see about lists. Some people get confused about it. That is why I had discussed it. Okay. So any other doubt?
Sir, another just a small addition to this question.
Yes.
So the definition of mutability is like we can change the values inside the data type, right? For example, for a list, we call it mutable because we could update the values of the list.
Yes.
So I wanted to know, even sets are mutable, right? SETS. So how like what are the operations we can perform on sets so that it defines mutability?
We can directly change them now. Like there is a set dot add method. You can use dot add method, and you can. But they are methods. I'm getting your point.
Okay.
But like you can use dot add method inside your set. There are several methods. You can use union
Okay.
intersection. They are there. But let's take a very
Yes,
simple
sir. I
method. Dot
understood,
add.
sir. Yeah, yeah, I get it. I get. I was like confused only in mutability means only updating the values. Now I understood. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Need not explain. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Thank you so much.
Any other doubt?
Sir,
If possible, could you discuss quiz questions, sir, in portal, mock quiz questions?
so I
Okay.
have
There is
doubt.
mock.
Hello.
Hello. Someone speaking?
Yeah, I don't know, sir.
Sir, sir, am I
Yes. Yes.
audible? Sir, I have
Yes.
doubt in some questions. So,
Which questions?
can I share my screen, sir? They are.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, you can share.
sir, I have doubt in this question. Can you explain the code, sir, please?
Okay. So see, what is happening in this? First of all, we have a list which is containing Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, and Bengaluru, and we had initialized an empty dictionary called out, and we are saying that you have to run this while loop until your list, which is L, is not empty. Is L empty right now?
No, sir.
L is not empty, right? So this code will execute first, and mini will be taken as the length of L0, L of 0. So what it is taking? It is taking the length of the first word, which is Delhi, for starting, right? And city is the actual city, which is Delhi. So it is collecting the length of the first word in the list and the actual word itself. Then it is taking every single city name in the list and finding the minimum out of it. Can you interpret this syntax that is written if length of name is less than mini, then make mini to equal to length of name? This syntax is nothing but finding the minimum length out of all these words. It is finding the minimum of them. Correct?
Yes.
Then we
Yes,
are
sir.
finding the minimum of that and we are appending that particular city inside our out.
Uh,
Correct?
yes, sir.
And then we are removing that city. So it is doing what? It is collecting the minimum city out of them. It is appending that to out and it is removing that from L. Simple, right?
Yeah, sir. Got it.
So first
Yeah.
of all, it will take Delhi because Delhi has the smallest length. Then Mumbai, then Chennai, and then Bengaluru. So original order is maintained here.
Yes, sir. Sir, there is one more question.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. Once could you go to the previous question? Just an addition doubt, sir. Here, initially, Delhi is assigned to the city value, right?
Correct.
So if Mumbai is there,
Hmm.
if Bangalore or sorry, if some city which is greater than Delhi is there over there,
Hmm.
or yes, if it is greater than Delhi
Hmm.
in second place, then Delhi will be first, appended it into the city, right?
If all the other cities are greater than that, then only. Otherwise, this if condition will run, which is inside this for loop, and it will update our city because we are running the loop for every single city, right?
Okay, yeah. Okay, now I get it. Okay, understood, sir. Yeah,
Hmm.
you can continue.
Yes, sir. Can you explain this block, sir?
Yeah, it is about different um, bonded if and else statement using booleans. So which of the following will output true? It is asking. So you can directly execute all of them. Like first is true, B is false, C is true. You can directly put them into your code and check if it will be in your if statement or elif statement or else statement. Just give me a moment. Uh, okay, you can stop sharing your screen for some time.
Sir, that thing I am having doubt like if in all statement and in AND statement when the true is executed and when the false is executed.
Okay, let's see. This is the original statement, right? If A and not B or C. So what you can do inside it to make it simple, first of all, do the execution of each one of them and ask yourself when if condition will execute, when elif condition will execute, and when else will execute. So let's see one by one when they will execute. So you can see and only and demands both of them to be true, right? This condition and this condition, and wants both of them to be true. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
So that means A should be true. Then only it will work. So first condition for running if is that A should be true. Okay.
BC should be false.
And B and C, both of them should be false. Why? Because if
Cause
any,
or picks up the true value if any one of them is true.
yeah, if any one of them or both of them becomes true, then this whole statement will become true. And when this whole statement will become true, not of that will become false, right? And this condition will not execute. That is why for running this condition, B and C, both of them should be equal to false. So we knew from this insight that A should be true B should be false and C should be false. Then only if condition will execute. Correct or not? Now
Yes, sir.
let's see about elif. So elif, you can see there is an or here. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sorry for that. Okay, let's continue. So we were talking about elif. So either this condition should be true or this condition should be true. So for running elif, because there is an or here, so that means if B is true, then this condition will run. Correct or not? If B is true, because there is an or here, not and. So we don't even have to see what is the value of A and C. If B is true, then it will work. Right?
Yes, sir.
B or C have to be
If
true.
B
I
is
explain once
false,
again. No, so B is true now.
if B is true, because there is an or here, right?
Either B or
So
C.
we don't worry if what is the value of A and what is the value of C. So if B is true, then it will work for any set of A and C.
If one means the A is true, the first one, both are false.
Yeah. So you want me to explain this condition again?
It's okay, sir.
Okay, okay. So this is the first condition. Let's see the second condition. Let's suppose our B is not true, our B is false. Then what should be the value of A and C?
A and C
Both
must be false.
A should be true.
must be true, sir.
Yeah, A should be true and C also should be true. Then only the end of them will become true. Right? There is not just like in the if condition, there is not here. So that is why someone was saying that both of them should be false. No, both of them should be true because there is no not here. Okay. So in these conditions, elif will execute, and all other conditions for all other conditions else will execute. Okay,
But
let's
sir,
not calculate that.
just a question, like
Huh.
if B is false, right? So
Yes.
we have this B and not A, right?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
There is instability in connection. I don't know why. So someone was asking question. Yes, continue.
Yes, sir. So if B is false
Yeah.
and say if A is true, right?
Right.
So that would return false in any case because we have B and not A, right?
B
In the
and
elif
not A.
statement. In the elif statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would only anyway return false only.
Yeah. Currently, what we are doing, we are just calculating that which condition will execute.
Okay.
Yeah, because we will on site calculate that what will be the value that will come out. There will be 4 options in every single question. So we will directly calculate that what will be the value of print. But currently what we are calculating that which condition will execute because there are 3 conditions, right? Okay, so our conditions are calculated. Now let's move to your question. You can again share your screen.
Let's say one more question. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes, you are audible. You can open that question.
Yes, this one, sir.
No, no, that question which you are asking.
Yes,
Uh,
sir. This is the question I'm asking. Right, I can understand this block. Like I can understand this block, but when it is asking to remove in the place of pass, we have to insert break. Then my answer is not matching. I don't know why.
no, no. We can also discuss this question. Currently, we were discussing this Boolean statement, if elephant else. Can you open that question first?
Sorry.
Yeah. So we can see question number 13. You can solve question number 14 on your own. So see first question. A is true, B is false, and C is true. Can you open that question? Can you show me this option fully? Go down. Put down, like scroll down. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Yeah, you can stop sharing your screen for a moment. So see, we have these options. First of all, A is true, B is false, and C is true. So now you can see it is very easy for us. For if condition, A should be true and B and C should be false. So this first option is not going to go in your if condition. And in for elif, A should be true and B should be false and C should be true. As you can see, this condition is matching with our elif condition, right?
Yeah.
So it will execute this code, print B and not A. So our B is false and our A is true. So it is uh, because there is an AND, so straight with B you can gather that the value of it will be false. So the first option is not true because we want those options which will return true. It is returning false. So this is the second option. This time A is false, B is true, and C is false. So it is not matching if condition. It is also not matching elif condition. Actually, it is matching elif condition because B is true, right?
Yeah, B is true.
So it is matching elif condition. So again, this B and not A will execute. So B and not A means B is true and not A. A is false, so not of false is also
True.
true. And true returns true. So this option is correct. Okay. Let's see the third option. This time A is false, B is true, and C is true. So this option is correct.
There is a network error from your side.
I think it is happening because I'm sharing my full screen. So this time I'm sharing only tab. So A false, B false, C false. You can see else block, and it will print this, not
Sir,
A or B or C. Yeah.
sir, can you answer my message?
Week five, what? GRP or what?
Both.
Okay, so if you had not submitted any GRP of week five, then uh, you can be eligible for OPP2, not for OPP1. How? Because you can submit from week 8 to week 12. If you submit the GRP of them, then you will be eligible for OPP2.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But for OPP1, because they demand all from week 1 to week 6, they demand all of them to be submitted. So that is why not for OPP1. So this condition will execute, which is not A or B or C.
When one of them are true, then it will be false.
Yeah, but every one of them is false. So this will return false, and not of false is true. So it will return in true. So this option is also correct.
Okay.
So next question, next out.
Sir, mock quiz, seventh question, sir.
Sir,
Sir, same.
Yeah, 7, 8, 9. Could you discuss from mock?
Yes, yes.
sir,
Yes, Uday, we will also take your doubt just after that.
okay, sir.
Question 7.
7, 8, 9.
Okay. So see, in the following code block, B is an integer that has already been defined. Okay. B is an integer that has already been defined. It is not present in this code for the initialization part, but it is already defined. So this is the block where what is happening, x is 0, and while true loop is running. So this loop can run for infinity, but we are manipulating this loop using continue and break. So it will run for some time. So what we are saying if x is less than 10.
Sir, we are not able to see the question, sir.
Yeah, so where's the question?
Yeah, we can see your screen, but not particular question.
Someone else is sharing the screen, I think. Yes, this is my screen.
Yeah, okay.
See, so what it is doing, first of all, you have to understand the code. If our x is less than 10, then we will keep taking the input from the user again and again and continue to the next iteration. So why we had put this condition? This condition is there because we are demanding from the user that give me an input that is greater than or equal to 10. Otherwise, it will keep on asking for the input again and again. This condition is doing just that.
Yeah, till 10.
Mm. And if our x is between b and b plus 2, then we will break. Elif means then our x is obviously greater than or equal to 10, and it is between b and b plus 2. Then we will break. Okay, so this is the execution of this code. Now, some questions. The code block runs without throwing any error and terminates after accepting 10 inputs, all of which are integers from the user. Assume that all questions that follow are independent of each other. So first of all, we have to understand that loop is not loop doesn't throw any error, and it is terminating. So that means this break statement gets called, right? Otherwise, it will not terminate because it is while true loop.
Yes, sir.
So that means at the 10th time, our break statement is called. That means at the 10th time, our x was between b and b plus 2. Correct? So all of which are integers from the user. Assume that all questions that follow are independent of each other. Okay. If b is equal to 200, which of the following could have been one of the 10 inputs entered by the user?
The break statement here would be x equal to 201, right? That would be the break statement,
Yeah.
right?
X will be between B and 200 and 200 plus 2.
No, no. Focus on the question. It is asking me which of the following could have been one of the 10 inputs. It had received input 10 times. So focus on that part. Why it had received the input 10 times?
I guess it would be all of it.
Because
Because it is
Aleph,
less than 10, the number the input is less than 10.
Yeah. So see what
Yeah, it
happened
can be
in
1 or
in the
7.
in the first 9 times. It had received some number that is less than 10. That is why it is asking for the input again and again. That is
okay, sir.
why
Sir,
Yeah,
if
1,
the 10th
0,
input
2.
is also some between or less than 10, then what will be the case, sir?
it will if it is also less than 10, then it will ask for the input again. And if it is greater than 10 but it is not between b and b plus 2, then it will go out of our control and the loop will run for infinite. But it is also already mentioned to us that it is terminating, it is not going out of our hand. So that means you can extract some insight from it that in the first 9 attempts, the input that is given by the user was less than 10, and the 10th time when the user had given the input, it was between b and b plus 2. That is why it had terminated, right?
Okay, yes, sir. I understood, sir. Okay.
So
If
for
10 inputs is not given, then the question doesn't make any sense, right? Okay, yeah.
so this option can be correct, this option also can be correct, because they are asking us one of the 10 inputs, so we can also consider the first 9 inputs in that, that is less than 10.
Yes, sir.
Getting the point?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But the
That is
user
why
is
I had
independent.
this too. If the input is 40, then you already know that it is greater than 10, it is not between b and b plus 2. That means it will start at infinite loop, because
Yes,
the
sir. It
value will
won't
not go.
accept in the 10 input condition.
Yeah, if X value is 200, then it will go to the Aleph condition.
This 200 is also not there because there is no equal sign here, right?
It must be
Yeah,
201 to break
greater
away
than
the loop.
Correct. If b is equal to 100, what is the maximum possible value that the user could have entered among the first 9 inputs?
99. No, 999.
It can be 9 because we are talking about first 9 inputs. So first 9 inputs mean that it should be less than 10. So the greatest number, greatest integer that is less than 10 is 9. Correct?
Yes, sir.
That is why 9 is the maximum value for the first 9 inputs. What is the value of b if the final input entered by the user is 100?
It's 101, right?
N-
One.
No, no,
99, sir.
the value of b. So
Oh,
yeah,
99, sir, it will be.
it will be 99.
it is asking the value of b, not x. Okay, okay.
Yeah, 101 and
So, excuse me,
Now
sir.
is it? Yes, yes.
So the first part, the first question is question seven. Seven.
Yeah,
The code means X. Please show the see the code.
yeah.
how it will be 99.
No, no, no. So X is less than 10 and
Hmm.
X is equal to input. So that means input is taking less than input is taking 9 times. That is, does that it mean X input? That means input will take 9 times.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
I had reached this conclusion because the input is taken 10 times, and you can see in the whole code the input is only been taken here, not anywhere else, right? So that means for taking 10 inputs, the first 9 inputs should be less than 10. Then only this part will run, and then only the input will be taken 10 times. If this condition will run 9 times, and at the 10 time, we will reach a number that is between b and b plus 2, and the loop will break because it is mentioned to us that this loop is terminating. That is why I am
Yeah,
making this.
it will be in, if it's not in range, then it will terminate.
Yeah. So
Sir, could you
someone is
discuss?
asking why 999, right? It is 99 because the value of b is given to us, and this no, no, the value of b is asked and the value of x is given to us, which is the final input, and that is 100. So because our x is between b and b plus 2, that means the distance between b and b plus 2 is just 1, right?
Yeah, I got
And
it.
that is why the distance between b and x is just 1. So our x is 1 more than b. That is why it is 99.
Okay, so get it.
Sir, could you discuss the last question in this mock quiz?
For
Yes,
sure.
sir, this question.
Okay, let L be a m cross m matrix of numbers. Okay, that has m cross m means square matrix, correct?
Yes, sir.
That has already been defined and populated. We wish to find the sum of the elements in each column and store all such column sums in a list called col sum. Did you understand this line or not?
Yes, sir.
So there are in total m columns. They want to find the sum of all the columns, and they want to store these sums inside a different list called col sum. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Columns are indexed from 0 to m minus 1. So obviously, because we are using programming, so it will be 0 to m minus 1. For the jth column, call sum j should be the sum of all elements in that column. Obviously, select all correct code snippets that achieve this. So this is the first snippet. First of all, they had initialized our variable call sum. Then m is the length, total length of our matrix L, and row and column is initialized to 0. And they are saying that while our call is less than m. What does it mean by less than m? That means our call is less than the actual length. So that means it will run from 0 to m minus 1 if our call will get incremented later on. So for that, what they are doing, they are appending 0 to the call sum, and it is the initial part that they are
They're
initializing.
initializing, can we say, sir, in this step?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
you can say that they are initializing it. Then what they are doing at this particular call index, they are uh, again running a loop, while loop, which is for row. This loop was for column, and they are running a nested loop which is for row, and it is again for m because it is a m cross m matrix, and they are taking that particular index and doing plus equal to the L of row and call. To understand what this code is doing, you have to run the execution in your using your pen and paper. So let's try that. So see, call sum is currently an empty list, and our m is length of L, and row and call are 0 currently. So let's leave all of that. First focus on these while loops. So we are saying while our call is less than m, what are we doing? We are making,
Appending, sir.
yeah, For every
Appending
single
0.
column, we are making a new entry inside our column by appending 0. Then we will update this 0. How? By running one more loop, which will run for rows. Row is less than m. And for that, what we are doing, we are saying to our code that call sum at the position of call increment L of row and call. So what it will do, let's suppose our call is 0 currently, and our row, and inside this loop they are also incrementing row. So it will do what? First of all, row value will be 0, and our call is obviously 0. So it is 0 0. Then our row will become 1, so it will be 1 0. Then our row will become 2, so it will become 2 0. So let's suppose our matrix is 3 by 3. So it will take only these three items, right? And if you let me plot a 3 by 3 matrix. Let's suppose this is a 3 by 3 matrix. I am making it in a Python type. Can someone tell me what is the entry of 0 0 here?
1.
1, sir.
1.
And what is the entry of 1 0 here? Because row is incrementing.
4.
4.
4.
And then what is the value of 2 0?
7.
7.
7.
So it is correctly picking every single element of the column. This part is correct, right? But after
Yes,
that,
sir.
what do we expect from this code? This value is updated, but let's suppose I want to go to the second column. What do I expect now? I want to increment the call, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Because here is 0, I want to increment it to 1. But in this code, you cannot find call plus equal to 1 anywhere. Can you find it?
No, sir.
That is why
No,
this
sir.
this code will just only work for the first column. It will repeatedly just do the sum of the first column and append that 3 times. That is why this code is incorrect. Let's move to the second code. In this code, can you find something that was missing in the first code, first snippet?
Yeah. Call plus equal to
Yes,
1.
sir. Call
That's
plus.
row plus.
Yeah, this time call is incrementing. So what will happen after running this execution? It will move to something like this: 0 1, and then 1 1, and then 2 1. Now you can, if you find these particular indexes, it will come to the second column, right? 0 1, 0th row,
Right.
first column. Then 1th row, one column, which is this 5. Then 2 1, which is 8. So it is taking the second column, then it is taking the third column. So this code is working correctly for us. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So actually, this code had pointed out one more mistake that is in this code, which I had assumed by myself. I had assumed that 0 1 2 is coming out again for the column 1, but as soon as our column number changed by this code, call plus equal to 1, what is the value of row currently after the first execution? Let's suppose
2.
the
2, sir.
uh, yeah, the value of row is currently 2. So we have to, just because we are moving to the second column, we have to again make the value of row to 0 so that the loop can run from 0 to 2 again. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So that is why this code is also not correct. This code is correct. What is the difference in this code? It is
Row
make,
is actually
yeah, it is refreshing the value of row for every single column.
Yes, sir. I understood this snippet. Yes, sir.
If anyone is having doubt what is happening here, you can ask me. No? Should I move on for loops?
Yes, sir. The next snippet. There are two answers. Yes, sir. Over here.
So these three snippets were about while loop. Now we are moving to the for loop. So again, call sum is initialized. Our m is defined as length of L. And for j in the range of m, we are making our val to 0. And saying for I in the range of m, make our val to val plus L of j of I. And appending that val inside our call sum. And inside, in these two snippets, the difference is between L of ji and L of ij.
So it will incrementing in the call sum.
Yeah,
So
it is just making the sum and storing it inside this val and then appending it inside our original variable call sum. But the difference is between them. So which snippet is correct? What do you think? And why?
So, but LGI is just the transpose of LIJ. So we are actually doing the transpose here. So that should not be correct, right?
Uh, it can be correct according to the question that is asked to us. In this question, what kind of sum we are seeking? Column sum or row sum?
we are
Column sum,
seeing
sir.
column.
So column should be constant and row should be varying.
Yeah, column should be constant and row should be varying. So j is outside, I is inside. So I is the variable that is varying for every single j in this code. So this code will do what? If I run this code, it is going to find the row sum. Let me tell you why. Let's suppose this is for j loop and inside it there is for I loop. Okay, let's again take the analogy of 3 by 3 matrix. The value of j, let's suppose the first value of j is 0, right? For this j is equals to 0, this whole loop will run three times. So for j is equal to 0, I will run three times 0, 1, and 2. So what index I will get? Because I am doing L of j of I, so I will get L of 0, 0. I will get L of 0, 1, and I will get L of 0, 2. You can see the row is same, column is varying here. So it will give me, if I take a matrix like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, and 9. You can
This
easily,
is supposed to give me row sum, right?
yeah, it is doing the row sum. That is the problem here. So that is why this snippet is incorrect. And if you focus on this one, this snippet is correct. It's doing the column sum.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah,
Any
that's
other
what we
question?
some. That's what we also
Sir,
do. Like when you take the transpose, right? So if you try take the transpose of that matrix and try to do the row column sum, it gives me the row sum because it takes the
Yeah,
transpose of it.
yeah,
That's why
correct.
it is.
You got the concept.
Sir,
yes, sir.
can we
Understood, sir.
please have a question for quiz one because it's a content of week 5 and syllabus is from 1 to 4, I guess.
This is the content of week 5.
Yeah,
No, sir. Li-
multiplication is of week 5. Please check once.
no, this is list, right?
Actually, this mock is the content of some previous year quiz where it was the part of week 4. So that is why it is coming here. But in the exam, obviously, it will come from week 1 to week 4. Don't worry about it.
Okay, sure.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, I'm done with my doubts.
Okay, so let's see if all those questions we had solved are giving us the correct answer or not. You can see all of them are correct, right? Yeah. So any other question in this mock?
No,
Any?
sir.
No, sir.
Okay, okay.
So, excuse me, sir.
Could you
Yes.
please brief about mapping, filtering, and aggregation?
Yes, we can do that. First of all, someone is asking a question.
Yeah, yeah. I'm asking the question of practice assignment week 4, question 25. Practice assignment.
Practice assignment. Okay.
Question 25.
25.
Yes, sir.
This one.
Yeah, this one, sir. It's not understood, sir.
Okay, so see what is happening in this. There are three functions that are defined: def first, def second, and def third. And you can see which function we are calling inside our code. Which function we are calling?
First,
First we are calling. So first function will execute, and first function is doing what? Because in Python we go from top to bottom. So in this function, is the print statement coming first, or is the second call is coming first? Second call is coming first, right?
second call.
So that is why before printing the first, it will call this function, and when it will call this function, it will come here, and inside it, it is calling third function, right?
Okay.
So third function will be called first, and third will come. then this execution is finished, then second will be printed out. Then the whole execution of second is finished, then first will be printed out. So the correct output is third, second, first.
Okay, okay. That means one is calling the another
Yeah.
this way. Oh, okay.
You can consider that Python stops until this you had called the second function, right? So Python will wait till the execution of second function gets completed. Then only it will print the first.
No, that means when we call first, then first will call second,
Yeah,
then second will call third.
yeah.
Then then if we after execution the will it will take third and then second then first this
Okay,
way.
okay. You can. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So what was your doubt? Your doubt is solved, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So someone else was asking now. I
Yes,
forgot. Can
sir.
you find this out again? Yes, yes. Uday.
Yes, sir. My next question, which dictionary was involved?
You can share your screen again.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. So this one you are asking for. One is iPhone, two is Samsung, three is OnePlus, four is Google Pixel, and five is Nokia. Okay, so can you understand what is happening when we are doing phones dot items? What it returns? Phones dot items.
Yes, sir. I can't understand the block of
See, phone when you call phones dot items, it gives you tuple pairs of list. Sorry, a list of pairs of key and values. Let's execute this code and understand what is happening here. Just wait for a moment.
I think, sir, in the accept key number 3, all will be printed.
Yeah,
No,
we
no,
will
it will
see.
print till 3 only if the break is given in the code.
Okay.
No, 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 no. Because it is only one value it is giving pass. So accept.
No, for
Oh,
path it will we will print every value. I'm talking
oh
about the
yeah,
break.
pass will when accept no condition. It will print every value. Yes, you are right. You are right.
Okay, you can stop sharing. So I had written the same kind of code. You can see this is a dictionary and it is containing some key value pairs. First of all, let's see what this phones dot items is going to return. Let's just comment all this code and print list of phones dot items. And if I run this code, you can see it is returning me a list, and this list is containing tuples, and every single tuple have two values. The first value is the key and the second value is the actual value of that key. Okay, this is a dictionary method that converts our casual dictionary to a list of tuples. Okay, so what we can do, we can access every single key and value inside loops. This is a very famous method we use. we just call this phone dot items, it is going to return a tuple, and we can access the value of these tuples by directly naming them. So what I am saying that it will return one tuple at a time. So what I will do, I will call this first value the key, and the second value the name value. And why I had put this sorted, what this sorted is going to do, this sorted is going to sort my items according to the first element of the tuples. What is the first element? It is key. So it is going to do the sorting according to the keys. Let me tell you what how it is happening. Let's print this condition for now, and let's print every single thing. Wait, you can see that uh, iPhone is at the third key and OnePlus at the first key. So first of all, OnePlus is coming out because it is doing the sorting according to the keys. Uh, the smallest value among them is 1. That is why 1 for OnePlus is coming out, and then 2 for Samsung, and 3 for iPhone. So that is why sorted is used here. But if I uncomment this code, can someone tell me what will happen? Let me do key, if key is equal to 2, let's say.
Then it will not print the second key and value.
It
No,
will
no,
not
no effect,
print.
no effect, no effect, sir. No
Uh,
effect.
recall, recall, recall the use of all three,
Pass will
right?
keep the undisturbed, keep the program undisturbed.
Oh,
Yes.
pass. I guess. I mean,
Pass it just for future application.
The purpose of pass is to do nothing. So it will do nothing, and every single key value pair is going to print out. Okay. And I can see by your answers that this is a very simple but very confusing situation. So please be wary of it in your actual quizzes.
okay, sir.
Because many people uh, misunderstand this pass with break, and many will misunderstand this for continue. Okay.
So, excuse me, sir.
Yes.
There is a question in OPP. This the set given. Suppose out of a list of key value pair
Hmm.
of the dictionary of key value pair. If I want to create a new dictionary with only one single value pair, so how to do that? That was the question.
uh, I want to answer that, but I want to make the main focus of it towards
Oh, okay.
quizzes.
No, no,
So
no. I'm in the dictionary question came. That's why after that you will you tell me
yes, yes, yes.
after that.
On Tuesday we will have a session in that you can ask me any question about OPP. We will solve much questions on them. So don't worry.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. So next doubt. Yes, syllabus is from 1 to 4 for
Sir,
quiz.
can you explain aggregation in just brief?
Yes, yes, yes. You were asking about that. I forgot.
Aggregation, mapping, and
Can you wait for 2 minutes?
Okay, sir.
Sure, sir.
Okay. So first of all, let's see mapping of, let's say I have a list which is containing some even numbers, some even integers, some odd integers. Okay. What I want to do, I want to map all the odd integers uh, like 9 and these
Sir, your
43
screen
and
is not
99.
visible.
Sorry.
Your screen is not visible.
Wait, now is it visible? Okay, so mapping. Mapping is all about taking uh, conditioned input and mapping it using a function. This is all about mapping. So for that we use map function, which is provided by Python. Python is a very like
So it
flexible
will
language. You
apply a
can,
method to all of the element in any.
yeah. So first of all, this map function is going to take two arguments. The first argument is the function, because the mapping is going to work according to a function. Which function we will provide? It will take every single elements of the list according to that, and see for the condition that we had given to do the mapping, and it is going to convert that according to the function. So let's see what I am talking about. Lambda, let's suppose I take this x is signifying every single element inside my list, and what I am going to convert it to, I will say uh, convert it to odd if my x is divisible, not divisible by 0, else convert it to even. This is the lambda function that I had written. And the second thing is iterable, that I have to pass inside this map. So because I want to do the mapping inside my list L, so I had passed it. Now, if I try to print it, it is going to give me some weird thing. As you can see, it is giving me a weird object, that is map object. So what are objects? You will understand it in, I think, week 10. So it is not a concept for now. What we can do, we can encapsulate this map and convert it to some familiar thing like list. If I print it now, as you can see, it is mapped according to the lambda function that we had provided, and conditioned input that we had provided. I had told it that if our number integer is not divisible by 2, so convert it to this string odd, otherwise convert it to this string even. So this is what it had done. If I try to print both the things line by line, and you will see the difference. 10 even, 9 odd, 16 even, 25 odd, 43 odd, 44 even, 94 even, and 99 odd. So this is how the mapping is working here. Got it?
That means for list it will work. Otherwise, it will not work.
Yeah. For converting it to our familiar interface we are doing. Otherwise, it is just an object. So the second thing is filtering. Filtering is again taking conditioned input to filter our iterable using function. So let's see the example of that. Again, this time I have a similar function which is called filter. Again, it will take two arguments. The first one is again lambda function. Let's suppose I gave this time if x modulo 2 equal to 0. Okay, so I am giving very simple condition, because whenever we provide a lambda function inside a filter, this filter method, we have to provide a function that always returns a boolean value. So this lambda function is returning a condition, and you already know condition is a boolean. A condition always return a boolean, true or false. So this is, if I give L here and do the same thing, first of all I will convert it to list, then I will print it. Let's print that among the original one. You can see that it is giving all the even numbers, because I had given the condition that I want only even numbers. Okay. So inside this filter method, we always have to give a function. It can be either lambda function or it can be a proper def function. But this function should always return a condition or a boolean. Otherwise, filter will automatically convert that particular thing to a boolean. Okay, let me give you an example. This time, what I am doing, I am just passing the modulo that is coming by 2 or x. Can someone tell me what will be the output of it?
Nothing, sir.
There
Nothing.
would be
Not checking anything.
This time I am not giving any condition. This time I am giving modulo. And you already know that modulo is going to return either 0 or either 1, right? So if I run this, some weird thing will appear. What is happening? It is giving all odd integers, right?
Yeah, it filter out or something.
But how? I had not given any condition. Then how? That is the concept that we have to understand in filters. When we return a number or a string inside our lambda function that is passed inside this filter method, it is going to convert that particular integer, that particular float, or that particular string to boolean. So if I divide any number by 2, what can be the remainder? Remainder can either be 0 or it can be 1. There are only two values, correct? So what this lambda function will do, it will take those values, bool, and it will convert them to boolean. So 0 will come, so it will convert it to bool of 0. And when 0 will come, when the integer will be even, right? Then only modulo comes as 0, remainder as 0, right? If I ask you what is the modulo of 10 by 2, what will be the answer? Like if you divide 10 by 2, what
We
will be the remainder? 0, right?
false.
So that is why whenever an integer is coming out, an even integer is coming out, it is converting that 0 to bool, and bool of 0 is false.
False.
And whenever an odd is coming out, it is returning bool of 1. What is the bool of 1?
True.
Other than 0, the boolean value of any integer is always true. So that is why it is returning us all the odd integers instead of giving us all the even integers. Did you understand how filtering works? Now, for aggregation. Aggregation is about finding summary. Uh, Summarizing a whole collection is called aggregation. So there are some methods to do that. Let's say if I have L, so there is one function called sum. If I do sum of L, what will happen?
At all the elements of.
You will do
It
the
will sum
obviously
all
sum
the
of L.
elements in the list.
Yeah. If I do what was that, length of L, it is also an aggregation function. What it is going to do, it is going to count the number of elements inside my L, right? And if I do max of L,
Maximum element.
Okay, so they are all direct methods.
yeah. So in simple words, aggregation is all about summarizing it, reducing it to a particular number or a small string. Okay, there
Okay,
can be different function. I'm giving you a hint. Uh, Go to Google when you get time and search for Python func tools. You can save it or it is being streamed, so you can come and see it. Python func tools. There are different Python default tools that are for aggregation. You can also
So
see
here
one.
we are filtering the max and minimum value, right? This is not aggregation according to me.
What?
In line number 16 and 17, we are filtering the maximum and minimum value, right? Is this the example of filtering?
No, no, no. It is not the example of filtering. What we are doing, we aggregation works with the summary, summarizing the whole collection. So every single function that is converting my whole collection to a simple uh, primitive data type like str or int, that is what we can call aggregation. These terms are mixed. You cannot like distinguish between them, that if it is filtering, then it is not aggregation. It is not like that. You can call that filtering also, but because it is summarizing the collection, that is why we can also call it aggregation.
So we can have a single example, a single value for both aggregation as well as filtering. Single example.
Yeah, obviously. They are
Okay.
not hard rules. They are just for our understanding. These terms are just for understanding. They are not hard covered rules that you have to just jot down in your memory. No, nothing like that. Okay. Next doubt.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, can we come to the GA3, sir, in which the aggregation filtering question? I have doubt in that, sir. GA3.
GA3. Okay. Which question?
15. Question number 15.
15.
15, yes, sir, 15, 16.
Consider the below code. Okay. N is int of input, value is 0 for I in the range of n. Num is equal to, they are again taking the integer input. And if length of str num is uh, less than 2, then value plus equals to num. So here they are doing the filtering, right? They are saying they are taking the number from the input and checking if the length of the str version of that number is less than 2, then only they are adding it inside num. So here they are summarizing the data, here they are filtering the data.
So filtering and aggregation, two things.
You can see.
Sir, in 16, 17, sir, how mapping?
See, n is equals to int of input, value is empty. For I in the range of n, what they are doing, they are taking the input and multiplying it by 2. So uh, they are changing the every single input that they are taking is they are mapping it according to a function.
Yeah.
Although the function is not defined by defs, but they are changing it. So you can see that they are multiplying every single one with 2. That is the concept of mapping, that according to a set of procedure, we are going to change our input that we are receiving in a loop or in a any iteration.
Yeah,
And
applying.
aggregation is just like for this question, you can see that we are collecting them inside value, so that is why aggregation.
So what what is
Sir,
the
is filtering here?
what is the
Filtering here?
No, no, there is no if condition here, so why filtering? They are taking every
Again,
single
sir,
input. They had not
sir,
done
you
any
should.
kind of conditional filtering. They had not used any boolean for considering any kind of thing. So that is why filtering is out of the scope here.
Yes, since they are taking all the elements, so they are not filtering. If they are taking the all the elements, that's why
Yeah.
filtering is not there. No?
Yes. Yes. That's it. And 17 is also about it. Okay. Sentence they are taking in input and for word in words dot split. Actually, it should be sentence dot split, right? I think this issue was also there in Discord. Some people were asking that it should be sentence and it is words. Am I correct?
It should be sentence
Yeah,
dot
yeah,
split.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
correct.
Okay. So you can see what they are doing. If A in word, so here they are doing some kind of filtering, right?
Yes, sir.
They are not summarizing any data, so we cannot say this time that aggregation is working because there is no value where they are storing some kind of output, right?
Sir, mapping here now word into two.
Filtering and mapping, sir.
Yeah, they are changing the word, so we can consider the mapping here. Okay, aggregation is also there.
How?
Um no, aggregation is not there.
Yeah,
Sir,
because
also none of the above is also the answer of this, sir.
Yeah, this option these options are incorrect. Only filtering and mappings are true.
yeah, because there's an issue. That's why they are.
Yeah, this is the issue with the whole question. You can see this typo also here because they are receiving the sentence, so they should split the sentence. What is the words? Words is nothing, right? So
Sir,
this
same issue I think in 18, sir, also. In question 18, same issue.
sentence input for care in you can see the filtering is working here, right?
Yes, sir,
What is
filtering.
this care or what is this? Okay,
Yeah,
let's
Sir,
consider.
order of the care.
OR.
Okay, so odd and care they are using. I don't remember using them in my. Okay, but filtering is there obviously. Then they are converting that data, but they are not summarizing in a single variable. They are printing the value. So aggregation is not there, but they are mapping their outputs according to some procedure. So filtering and mapping can be here. Only mapping is there. Okay. Filtering should also be here. Actually,
And in both cases, aggregation is also there, so that's why I was not understood.
wait. I think this question is correct because you can see we will call this filtering when some of the elements are not taken into consideration. But if you focus on that, we are using else here. So that means every single character is going to print something. There is no character that is going to go out of the picture, like that is going to get filtered out. That is why there is no filtering that is working here. If they were using only elif and if for specific situations, then we could say that it is the concept of filtering. But here every single character is receiving a print statement, so nothing is being filtered out.
But sir, we are separating the two. That we are
Yeah,
separating the both. No?
they are using the conditions, but they are not filtering. There is a difference between conditions and filtering. It is conditioned. They are giving the output according to conditions, but they are not filtering the elements. Elements are these characters.
So filtering means filtering we discard something.
Yeah, even if all the elements come out, but in this particular code, you can see that every single element is going to print something. Okay, so nothing is being filtered out. If you see it from uh, any view, it is always going to print something. That is the thing here because of this else. If there were any alif that were working for a particular condition, then we could say that okay, there are some situations where some elements are going to filter out, so we can consider it to filtering part. But here we cannot. Just don't worry about it. These kind of questions
What are the
usually
answer? What is
doesn't
the
come inside.
mapping?
What?
Answer.
Answer is just mapping. They are mapping these items that are receiving to a particular procedure. They are moving it to a particular procedure. Aggregation is not there because these are print statements. They are not summarizing the whole data that is coming out from the sentence in a single variable or in a single line. That is what we call aggregation. I had given you the examples of aggregation. These all examples, or even these functools, they always summarizes the whole collections in a single line. But in this, it is not happening. It is just printing for every single character. That is why it is not the example of aggregation also. Okay. In the previous question, if A is true, B is false, C is true. So you are asking for, wait, you're asking for this one, right? So if A is true, B is false, C is true. So if A is true, B is false, and C is true. So you are telling me the condition of Alif. So it will go to Alif.
No, no, no. It's condition for if.
Why if?
Because A is true now.
So that is what is written in this Alif. In the, for the if we had discussed, because there is an and here, so
We
only
have
A will not suffice.
in the Alif condition we have to be true.
Yeah, so it will print B and not A. B is false, and because there is an and, you can easily figure out that it is going to return false. Okay, so it will not print true, it will print false.
Okay.
Okay, so any other question, or I can randomly pick the questions from any.
So maybe a P/Q question paper.
Let me see. So quiz practice. Quiz. Um, which set should I pick? What do you say? Which set should I pick?
Latest.
Okay, we can take the latest. But I think most of the people had done the latest, right? Still, we can see that. Okay, let's do it very fast. So this is the first question. Here, nothing but useful data. Let me zoom it. It's not zooming. Okay. This question we had already solved, right?
Yes, sir.
It was already asked. This is the second question. What write a while loop to print the first 100 powers of 3, like this: 3 to the power 1, 3 to the power 2, 3 to the power 3, until 3 to the power 100. So which code will do that till 100? I am asking.
Third one.
Third one. Why?
Because it's less than equal to 100, and N is equal to n plus 1. That's why.
Yeah, correct. All the other ones is only n less than 100. So they are going to work till n equals 99. But we want till n equals 100. So that is why we have to make the condition like this. Next question. Very simple. What is the type of S?
A boolean.
Boolean.
It is a condition, and condition is always a boolean, right? An investor decides to on an action based on the performance of a stock and prevailing market trend. The following code accepts two string variables stock and market and print the corresponding action as output. So two inputs are taken and these are some conditions, and according to them he is going to take some action. So there is an if condition, parent if condition. Inside it, there is a child if condition and else condition. There is a separate if condition, then again if condition. So there is no elif here. All of the conditions are independent of each other. Do you know the difference between if and elif?
Yeah.
Okay, then you can do that. So first option, if line 6 is executed, then line 8 will not be executed. Is it true? If
Right.
line 6 is
Right.
executed, then line
Hey,
8 will not be.
it won't check for this else one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if this condition gets true, then obviously it will not go to else part. So this is true. Okay, again, if line 11 is executed, then from line 14 to 17 will not be executed.
No,
Is it correct or not?
No,
no,
sir.
it's not correct
Correct.
Why?
They
Correct.
because
both are not alif. There is no alif.
Yeah,
So
all the conditions are independent. So even if this action equals cell is executed, this if condition will always be executed regarding of the previous values. Okay, so that is why 14 to 17 will execute. It doesn't matter if the value will change or not for the action, but they will be executed. The question is about execution, not about the value. Okay. Third option, if line 8 is executed, the interpreter will directly jump to line 19 without even reading the remaining lines. So line 8 is here and line 19 is here. Is it true?
No, sir. It will read the two other
Answer
no,
if
no.
second is
conditions.
true.
Yes.
In the answer, the second line is true.
No, other statement will also executes, sir. Not directly come.
See, this option is also telling us to do what was there in second option. Second option I had discussed that these if conditions in the line 4, in the line 10, and in line 13, all three of them are independent of each other. We have to understand what is the meaning of this independence. This independence means that no matter the value of action is changing or not changing, they will be executed, they will be checked by the code. So because they are independent of each other, that is why second option was not correct, and that is why third option is also not correct, because even if the line 8 is executed, it is going to check for line 10 because it is independent, and it is going to check for line 13 because it is also independent of the above code.
yes, because the else blocks are in two different if blocks, so they will come out differently.
Hmm. Last question, the interpreter evaluates at least three if conditions for any combination of inputs. That is what I had explained till now. Is it
Yeah,
true
yeah.
or not?
True.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
True.
Yeah. So instead of moving to that, let's open the learning mode and directly check the answers for all of them. So, okay, option 2 is also correct, which is line 11 is executed. It is here. Then line 14 to 17 will not be executed. Yeah, line 13 will be executed. Line 14 to 17 will not be executed. Correct. I had missed that. Sorry for that. This is Boolean. This is also correct. This is also correct. Okay.
Sir, can you go back to the last question, please? So, if we execute the line 13,
Yeah,
say line 13 gets executed,
yeah.
so that would automatically mean that it would check line 14, right?
No, no. That means it is first of all going to check if this condition is true. If this condition is true, then only it is going to execute 14 to 17.
Yeah, if this condition is false, it's going to come out of it.
Yeah, then it will automatically move to line 18. And they are asking us that line 11 is executed. That means stock is equal to falling. And if stock is falling, then this condition will obviously false. Correct? So after 13, it will directly jump to 18 without going inside this code.
No, but they are two different if blocks, right? Say for the first, by the if we go by the first logic that if stock is falling, then we say that the action is sell, but it
Yes.
still needs to check for the next if statement, right? If
Yeah,
that returns
obviously.
false, then we go to the
Obviously,
print
that is
action.
what I'm saying. It is going to check for line 13, but not
Yes.
14. You like it is a very simple
Yeah,
concept.
yeah, 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 yeah.
See, you when we were uh, like learning this if and these if and else blocks, we learned that the code that is written inside any condition will only gets executed when that condition will be evaluated true. Correct or not?
Yeah.
This code that is written inside this if condition is only going to evaluate when our stock is equal to stable,
Yes.
but our stock is equal to falling. That is why line 11 is executed. That is why from line 14 to 17 nothing will be executed. Now I hope you get my point or not.
Yeah.
Okay. uh, okay, let's understand this question. What is input? Taking from the user input, x and y are currently 0. For every character inside my word, I am checking if it is between a and z, then a smaller case, then I will increment x. And if it is in uh, capital case, uppercase, then I will increment y. And if x is greater than y, that means the number of lowercase letters inside my word are greater than the number of uppercase, then I will print true. They are asking us which for which input the value will be true. So obviously for those inputs where the smaller case
Num
are greater
is
than the
the uppercase.
uppercase.
Right.
So which options are matching? This one?
1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Not 2.
1, 3, 1, 3, and 4.
Okay, str1 is this, str2 is this. Can you tell me the length of str3, which is taking three characters from here, one space here, and complete two here, str2 here? I think seven,
7.
right?
Yeah.
See, three characters are from str1, one space, so total four. Then three characters are in day, so 4 plus 3, 7. See this one, x is 25, y is 40. They are finding the minimum of them. Minimum is 25. They are checking if 25 is less than 20. No, it is not less than 20, so it will go to else, and the result will become x plus y. That means 25 plus 40, 65, right?
Yes, sir.
Consider the following snippet of code. What will the output? Val is 0, L is 91542. There is a temporary list that is currently empty. For every single number in our list, we are checking if it is odd, then append it to num, append it to temp. Otherwise, add it to val. Then do the multiplication of the length of temp with the variable val. Can you tell me the answer now? It is very simple. We are taking all the odd elements and appending them to temp. We are taking all the even elements
18,
and
sir. 6 into 3, 18, sir.
are you sure?
Yes, sir. I solved this PYQ. 18.
Okay, so 4 plus 2,
Uh,
6 for well, and these three are odds, so 3. Okay, 6 3 is 18. Num is integer input, s num is 1, while our num will not be 0, we will run this while loop and just find the num modulo 10. We have very brief time, so I will directly explain that this num modulo 10 is just going to extract the last digit of our number, if you had solved a similar kind of question before.
Number of digits, I think.
Yeah, and what we are doing, we are multiplying these last digits to our s num. We are multiplying it and adding that multiplication inside this s num. So, and then we are making our num to the floor division of it. So floor division is going to take every single digit leaving the last one. So in simple words, this whole code is doing nothing but the product of all the digits of 1 2 3 4. So it is 24, right? 1 2 is 2,
Yeah,
2 3 is 6, and 6 4 is 24. This is we had already done, right? For this a and c were true. No, b or
but
d.
either B or C have to be true.
Yeah, and this one also we had discussed it very broadly here. So I'm just going to check the answer. You can calculate all of them by yourself. It is more of mathematical or a calculative kind of question. Based on the above data, answer the given sub question. Consider the following snippet of code. A is integer input. B is again integer input. String is Tony Stark is an Iron Man. Okay, and they want to split star from them. They are asking us what is the value of A if it is a positive integer. So there can be positive slicing, there can be negative slicing.
Sir,
This
A
Yeah,
is
time,
4, sir. Yeah,
there can be
A is
positive
4.
or negative
A
slicing.
is 4, yes.
Minus 19.
okay, and the value of B if it is negative, so negative slicing,
Minus 19.
minus 9, you are saying?
Minus 13, sir.
Minus 30. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12.
Yeah, minus
For
12.
me, it is coming out 12.
Minus.
Sorry, minus 12, obviously. Someone was saying 13. See, you don't have
Sir,
to.
you are mistaken.
Yes, yes. You have to, just like we had seen in the slicing of range and lists and also strings, you have to give what you want one after that. That is why I had stopped here in the k. I had not gone till r because I want to include my r inside it. That is
But
why
but this is in reverse order. Then
in reverse order also you have to give one after that. You can check that out. Just go and you can run the code and you can verify this. L1 is this, L2 is this, L3 is just a pointer to L1. Then they are making the zeroth element of L3 to capital A, then printing L1. Then L4 is the pointer for L2. They are manipulating the L2, that is at the index 1, changing it to A, capital case again. Then L4 at 0 index to X. What is the first line of input? Print L1. It is about deep copies and shallow copies.
So, so the
shallow
L1
copies.
will have the first one will be just capital A.
Sorry, which option is correct and why?
L3 is
A, sir.
separate.
First,
Solo copy, sir. Same to same. A is the right answer, sir.
A.
yes.
But they are printing the L1 and we had changed the L3. So why?
Yeah, I am also.
Sir, L3 is L1, sir. L3 is equal to N1. This is the case of that solo copy, sir. If we change the value in L1, then L3 value will be changed or reverse.
Yeah, so what is happening? Because we are directly assigning it. It is not even shallow copy. It is just a reference pointer. Shallow copy is different thing. When we talk about list of lists, then the concept of shallow copy and deep copy comes. It is not even shallow copy, it is just a pointer. So we have L1, which is containing all the vowels A, E until U. What we are doing, we are saying L3 is equal to L1. So this is doing nothing. Now the names, there are two names to my list. This is the original list, there are two names. I can call this list using this name L3, and I can call this name by L1, but the list is single, they are not different lists. That is why if I use the name L3 and change something and access it with the different name, because the list is same, it will also reflect the changes here. Okay, correct or not?
Yes.
Now the second one, L4 had become the pointer for this happy, and we are manipulating, or you can say mutating, L2 and L4 one by one
What is
at
deep
index 1
copy
or 2.
means?
So it is XAPPY, right? This one, correct?
What did you mean by deep copies?
Deep copy is about like shallow copy and deep copy. Let's briefly discuss it. Let's suppose I have a matrix, right? I have a matrix here, and inside it is 2 by 2 matrix. Let's say 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay. So if I say something like this, I say A is equal to M dot copy. Okay. So what had happened when I had made a copy like this? It had made the copy of this outer list, because it is a list of lists. It had not made the copy of this inner list. These inner lists are same in both the variables. This A is just making the copy of this outer layer. That is what I mean by shallow copy. It had just taken the outer layer and made a copy of it, but it had not touched what is inside. So if I change something, if I say A00 is equal to let's say 12, and if I print my M, because the I am accessing here, you can see I am accessing the inner list here, list of list, correct? So list of list is not copied, only outer list is copied. So
Okay.
it is so what will happen when I print M, it will show 12 comma 2 instead of saying 1 comma 2.
So
Okay.
this is called shallow copy, right?
Yeah. And when we are talking about it, you already know there are several ways to make a copy. You can do it like this, you can also do it like this, right? You can make a for loop here and append all the items inside your a dot append. So this is also a method, and one more method I forgot, but
List,
there are several ways to make a copy.
list
Yeah,
of
yeah. The fourth method is list of m. It will make a new list. But do you know that all the methods, all the easy method that you use, always make a shallow copy, not deep? But the next question you can ask me, that how I can make a deep copy, right?
yes.
Yes, sir.
For making the deep copy, you have to access all those elements using for loops. You have to dig deeper inside your original matrix. Then only you can make a deep copy like this. Let me write the code. Let's suppose I have something like this. And what I will do, I will say i for I in the range. Let's suppose we are talking about 2 by 2 matrix. So I will go by 2, and I will say a dot append. I will append an empty list inside it, because we are making a list of list now. Then I will run one more loop inside it for j in the range of 2 again. And this time what I will do, I will say a at the ith index dot append m of ij. So you can see I am digging deeper. I am taking every single ijth value one by one, and I am appending them inside respective rows, which I am appending here. So I think it can be complex when you say it first, because obviously making deep copies is not a simple task like these. So you can explore more about them. Now comes our last question. Phones is, I think we had solved it, right?
It's done, sir. Done.
So this one is going to return every single one. Why it is showing iPhone and Samsung only? This is pass. It is incorrect. It is going to show every single item.
Sir, here the question is if we put a break in place of pass, sir, in the question, sir.
Okay. If we replace pass with,
Yeah, then it will be true.
correct. It is true then. And the last one is what will be the output if the pass is replaced with continue. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, then it will.
Except that condition all will be true.
Second one is correct, sir.
Yeah. Okay. We had finished at a perfect time. I think that's it for this session. Keep preparing for your quizzes and for OPPs. Thank you for joining the session and good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Bye.